Alright, so I got some basic movement in, and also the player follows the mouse around, so it's working, but I'm gonna make it more smooth so it doesn't look like that. It's definitely nice so far, so we're getting somewhere. Might have to fix this issue where the player's just rotating like that, but I mean, it is what it is. It's pretty nice. And I'm also gonna add it so it's smoother when looking around, and also I'm gonna make the camera follow the player right now. Alright, so after a while, I finally managed to fix the problem where it is laggy whenever you move around, but I don't really know how it's going to work out too well because of the fact that it's not letting me collide with stuff. So what I did was remove the Rigged Body 2D, and it was just causing problems, and it wasn't working very well. So I managed to get the hotbars working, so it's 1 and 2. It's only going to be 2 hotbars because I only want you to carry 2 weapons. And if you go the hotbar route, we get changes to however we want. We can make the lerp speed higher, so if we want it to be a lot quicker than normal, or if we want it to be slower, we can put like 10. As you guys can see, it's a little bit slower, which I kind of like that a little bit more than when I had it. So that's kind of nice. Normal color is white, and then the selected color is like a yellow orangish color. So whenever you click it, it just shows what weapon you have selected. So I think that's a pretty nice feature that I added. But the next thing we got to add is the weapons. So what I'm going to do is, I think that you're going to start with a katana. Alright, so we managed to get the hotbar and everything working. So now the player does start with the katana. So if you guys do want to see what it looks like, it's just like this. The slots, they have icons in them, and the icons are where the images go. And here is where everything is. So the slot 1 is the rec transform inside here. So it just tells it where exactly it's at. And the slot 1 image is just the background image, so it's just this. And then the icon is just this, so it's the smaller box in there. So it's pretty simple. It doesn't show these white boxes when it's in the game. And if you guys do want to see what the data and stuff looks like, it's right here. We have the data for the katana and also the data for the pistol. And actually, while I'm in here, I do need to put the pistol bullet in there. So we do not have the pistol in the game yet. We do not add anything about picking up weapons or anything like that, but this is what we have so far. I was getting a drift issue of the player drifting downwards, but I did fix that. So it's pretty simple now. So we got this. We could select either 1 or 2. And if I'm on this one, it should do the katana data, but we don't have anything for it yet. So I think we're gonna add a ring around the player, so you could see in what area you can hit the enemies. So it's gonna be pretty simple. I kind of like the katana idea, so we're gonna see how it works. So after around an hour, I finally got the katana stuff working. So we do have a ring around the player, and it glows and also goes up and out, which I think is pretty cool. I like that. And if you unequip it, so if you do to your different slot, then it is gone. I was having a couple bugs. If I go to my second slot, then it would instantly just keep all the stuff, and it was kind of annoying. But the next thing we got to add is left clicking will do damage. That is something I need to add, and also I need to add enemies so I can actually try out the katana and make sure it works. And I might work on the size of this because it is kind of messing with my head. So like if I have it upside down, it looks a little weird, so I might fix that. And yeah. Alright, so we managed to get basically everything working so far. The circle is now working properly, and it's not turning around whenever you turn around. The hotbar is finally working properly, fully as well. There was a couple of bugs with it. Also, if we go here and then we go to our prefab, sorry, it's been a minute, and we add our prefab, we have an enemy. Right now they just sit there because, you know, you don't want them to do anything. But if you get inside the range of it, you can hit it. And it has a sound effect, and it is really loud, which I thought I'd turn down. But I mean, it's getting somewhere. I'm definitely liking the progress of the game so far. I'm gonna add next is these chests I added in here. So there's this one, and then chest open, so that's what it's gonna look like whenever it's opened. So basically, the enemies are going to drop coins, and then after you get a certain amount, it's going to be 10 to start for the first chest you open, and then after that it's going to be like 15 or 20 and just gonna keep going up. So it's gonna be harder and harder to get chests as it goes on. Here's also the coin prefab as well, so it's something simple. Alright guys, so what I'm doing here is now we have the chest working. So if we go down here and, well, they're semi-working right now, but if we go and kill one of these enemies, we get some coins, and up here I added a nice little UI that shows the coins, and then you could press E to open the chest and it opens. And I'm currently scripting the part where it makes the coins go up after every chest you open, which is very nice. And I'm also adding guns to the loophole, so you're gonna be able to get weapons out of there. But the only problem about that is we only have 2 weapons right now. So if we go to our prefabs and weapons, we have katana and pistol, and you start with the katana. So I'm thinking, let me know in the description if you guys think this is a good idea. I'm just thinking of keeping it so you could still get a katana in a chest if you have one still. Or I was thinking of something like, if you have that weapon, then you can't get out of the chest. But then I don't want to do that, because then it would be easier to get a different weapon, if that makes sense. So I think I'm just gonna keep it like everything's in the chest. So what we got to do is we got to go into prefabs, and we have to make a, if we go to UI, we can make a canvas, and we can name it whatever we want. I'm just gonna keep it canvas for now. And then we need a text, and just like pickup text, so something like that. And then you just change this to press E to pickup, something like that, something simple. And then if we got to get it down to where this is, so we got to bring it over here. Probably have to put the font size at like 4 and then lower this a little bit. Then what I also want to do is add the blocky kind of text, or the blocky kind of font, because that's what I like. And then all we have to do is up the size of this, like that, and then we could up this to like, I think 5 or 6 is going to be the best, because if you go here and then we just come down here and center it, that looks pretty good. So I think I'm going to keep that, and that's basically all we have to do. Now we just have to script it to get it to work. So yeah. Alright guys, so we finally got something decent working out. So I don't know how much I showed you guys last time, but so far we have this working out. So we have kill the enemies, we can get some coins, and then if we go over here, we open it and a weapon does come out. But if you do pick it up right now, nothing happens, so we have to fix that. Also, I don't know if you saw that, so I'll do it again. The chests do go up by 10 each time, which I don't know if I'm gonna, but as you see, they both say 10 coins, and if I open this one, it goes to 20 coins. So you're gonna need 20 for the next one. So I don't know if I'm gonna do 10 each time, or maybe make it random. But right now, I mean, it's decent. I don't want it to be easy to get new weapons and stuff, but this is going to be really hard at the start, because you're starting with a samurai sword, so you're going to have to get close, aka in the range of this. The enemies are going to have to get in the range of this. But when the enemies actually start shooting at you and stuff, it's going to be a little hard to get close to them. So you're going to want to try to get a chest off the rip. And honestly, I think I might add like rarities to the game as well, which would be nice. But this is what we got so far. I'm going to keep working on it, and I'll let you guys know. Alright guys, this might be the last part of today, or maybe just the video in general, but either way, I want to appreciate you guys for watching the video. And I've literally just sat here for like 5 hours trying to figure out this one error that kept popping up. All my scripts kept popping up with errors as well, which I did not know how to fix. And now we finally have something decently working so far. But the next step is definitely to add, well, my gun doesn't shoot yet, but it's definitely a step. But as you guys can see here, I'm going to add a couple of these in, and also I'll add a couple more enemies in, why not? So if we go into the game, we can see now that we have these chests. It says press E to open. Obviously you don't have enough, so we get some enemies. I might have forgot about that, but see, now we open one and it says 20 coins, so we can go over here, pick this one up. We have a pistol now, but we don't have any projectiles on the pistol yet, so that's fine. And then if we do here, we open it again, 30 coins, 40 coins, and as you can see, it's just like this. So I can keep picking them up and it'll delete the previous weapon in my hotbar. So that's definitely what we got so far. It's definitely been a while. I couldn't figure out why it was working. We're still getting errors. I don't know why. But I appreciate you guys for watching this. Even if this is the last, or even if this is the end of the video, it's definitely been a long one. So I appreciate you guys for watching it, and let me know in the comments what you guys think I should add to the game. I'm definitely keep working on this because I'm actually having fun on it. It's just the fact that I haven't been able to progress in this for like 5 hours because I couldn't figure out what was going on. Mainly because it was something, at first it was something to go with Text Mesh Pro. It kept saying I was getting errors for it, so I had to go into the project directory files and change something. And I looked it up for a while and I couldn't fix it. And then I fixed it, and then it was saying some stuff with my scripts. And then now it's saying this. But I mean, I appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys.